Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay. Notifications are out. I did not actually test head pet machine or fish cannons. It's probably fine. They work consistently and don't mess up ever, so it's just totally fine. Wah. Hello everybody. Welcome in. It's me, Isla. Hello. YouTube land denizen. Welcome. It's me. Hello. Hello. Are we done? Are we done with violence? You guys got one more in you? Hello. Did I get you? Hello, everybody. How at this timing? Really? Is it every time I say I? Like, is it just clockwork? No violins, but you have a cello? You know what? Solid choice, really. Alright, so, hello everybody. It's me, Isla. Welcome. We doing more art stuff today? Oh. You've fallen into my trap. Sergeant Skyrider, welcome in. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, new denizen. Guys, we got a first time chatter. Can we get some more welcomes in chat? Heck yeah. But anyway, hello everybody. It's me, Isla. We're here today to do some art. Okay, let's do some hellos. We got Midlight. Hello, you fabulous being. Welcome in. Gumper, you troublemaker. I see what you're up to. Oh, wait, is that a Jacqueline in the audience? Can we get a shout out for Jackie? Mods? Mod check? Do we have mods?
You've fallen into my trap.
The initial J. The initial one, the very first J. Wow, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, you denizen. Who is this mod check? Have you not met her? Great lady. Makes actually the best waffles you will ever taste. Mod's great, yeah. It's an old family recipe, actually. But yeah, Jackie, how's it going? Also, everybody else, how are you guys doing today? It's Thursday. I really thought today was Friday. Today is in fact not Friday. Tomorrow is in fact Friday. And for those of you not in the USA, there's going to be a lot of fireworks, probably today and tomorrow. So if you hear random explosions, should I put in a warning? I don't know. But there's going to be loud noises, probably today and tomorrow. Marisa Gaming. Ooh, nice, nice. Oh, nice. Got a webcam to test Live2D things. Let's go. Final Fantasy cardboard? Cardboard? What does that mean? But yeah, welcome in. Let's see. There's a lot of violins. Oni, hello there. Glad you could make it today. We got Kyron, you fabulous mod. Welcome. And then we have Kailua. Welcome in, welcome in. Also, YouTube land denizen, I see you there. Welcome. Thank you. Also, welcome in first time chatter. Guys, we got a first time chatter. Do the thing. Frost, please. Bruh. Listen, Frost. Fabulous mod. Listen. You want me to say hello? You gotta not redeem the thing at the end of stream, okay? You're making a thing. You're doing a thing. It's a joke, but it doesn't. Fine. You got me. I am fierce. What do you mean rigged? It's not rigged. It's fine. Do we need a farewell notification? Would that help? Hello. Welcome in. So yeah, we started. What day was that? Tuesday. On Tuesday. I cannot be this bad at keeping track of time, and yet here we are. On Tuesday, we started working on a Live2D item. We figured out it's actually very easy to pin items and like have them do physics and stuff in the VTube studio. So you go to the Live2D, right? And then you build the thing, and then you just slap it into the Live2D. It's very good. How else would the model move? I mean, you do have a good point, but like that's not. We don't rig the redeems to only do a certain thing. I did that one time, okay, and it has been fixed because there were many complaints. Was enjoying it. Did they change it? I don't know. Kari. Okay, gotcha. I'll do my best to remember. But yeah, so the plan. Let's see. So today we're going to be working on this a bit more. The plan. We're still in art category. That works. So let me switch over to art mode. And before I do that, let me make sure I have closed any incriminating files. Not that there would be, probably. Okay, so yeah, let's switch over to art mode. We are not working in Live2D quite yet, so let me turn this off. Boop. Okay, here we are, working in the... Also, I should probably minimize my Live2D window for later. There we go. Alright, so for now, today, we're right here. Today, we are going to be working on adding an arm, because it looks very freakish when you attach this to your model, and there's not an arm, so we're going to add an arm real quick. I want the cup to be able to move, like, up and down, so with the movement of the arm, we're going to have the cup moving a little bit, and then, the fun part will be doing the physics for the liquid, right?
Hello.
No, listen, I'm not a villain, I swear. Is there a chance that we'll see other things? No.
Hello.
I did remember to close them properly. What kind of tea is my favorite? Depends on my mood, really. Ah. Okay, let's see. Jericho, hello there. Glad you could make it today. Racer, you fabulous being, welcome in. We also have... the initial J. Oh my goodness. You. Thank you very much for the subscription. I do very much appreciate it. Seriously, thank you. Okay. Okay, listen, Nelm. I'm not either of those things, okay? I'm very fierce. Very fierce. And not a villain. Yes. But yeah, this is the plan for today. So let us very quickly, we have like a hand sort of a thing right here. What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna slap an arm on this bad boy. Okay? So we're gonna have like 2 layers, essentially. Oh, thank you. Take the compliment. No. Listen. Compliments are hard, okay? I can assure you that I will work on accepting compliments at some point, but not today. Today we are busy. We are working. We are doing the puzzles. We're solving issues. We're figuring stuff out in the Live2D. That is the stratagem for today. So, we are going to make a new folder and a new one of those. Okay, what does our arm actually need to look like, though? That's the thing. So let me grab a brush. We're working on blue layer for now. So we need to have a little bit of an overlap on the wrist so that we can rotate the hand without it disconnecting weirdly from, like, the arm, right? We're gonna have, like, an elbow. That's gonna be important. Maybe some sort of a shape like this, right? And then like this. Okay, so this is our blueprint for this. Do you get it? Because it's blue. Ha ha ha. It does need to look like an arm, yes. An in-person compliment? Okay, so I have... There is in future going to be an TwitchCon, and I'm like, can I swing that? I don't know. I should probably check on that so I don't, like, forget, and then it's like months later and all of the hotels are, like, sold out, you know? But yeah, I think going to another convention would be very, very good. Actually, is anybody here planning on going to TwitchCon? It's in October, I think. It's kind of a... I don't know, going to conventions, it's equal parts thrilling, but also it's like... I get so awkward. I'm a very awkward being. At some time, at some place, out of nowhere, out of the blue, a compliment from you, that would be I don't know, is it easier to accept compliments like in person? I don't know. How's the awkward bean? Listen, I'm doing very well today. I was really looking forward to tomorrow being Saturday for like a number of reasons, but it is in fact only Thursday today, so time is playing tricks on me yet again. Yeah, let's maybe not make this forearm all wibbly wobbly. That'd be really nice. Okay, I think that will do for a forearm shape. We can work with that. We can always, like, fix it later if needs be. Prefer to save paid time. Is that paid time off? Did I get an acronym right? I think I did. Wow. And yeah, absolutely. Like, that should be like vacation-y time, right? If peopling is not relaxing, probably not the best. Oh, this is my layer oh, I should probably make sure that I copy all of these auths to another file. So whenever I do Live2D things, I actually have 3 files for art. Technically, there's 3 files. So one of them is my Clip Studio file, which usually has, like when you do a model, you turn on the symmetrical ruler, so you have both arms on like the same layer, for example. And then you have the second file for the art, which is the layer prep, which is a PSD file, and that is when you put each of the arms on their own layer. It's a mind more complicated than that, but essentially I have three files. One of them has like editable art. The second one, which is the layer prep, you squish all of the layers together possible that you can. Will that work? Yeah, that'll work fine. Okay, so we need to label this folder. This is forearm. Does that look like a good forearm? I think it'll be fine. Okay, so then we're taking this and we're making sure that we actually put this in our... This is at the working layer of files and stuff, so we're going to make sure that's in there. We save that. It's chaos and we can edit the layers. We're going to get rid of that. We are going to copy this layer. We are going to grab this. We are going to get rid of all this. Then we're gonna squish these layers together. Then we're gonna... So now we have all of our line art is one blob of color, and then we have just the forearm. This is gonna be like for color mask if I want to add shading layer later, right? You're expecting Friday to be Saturday a number of times, right? You wanted to go to a convention in December? Yeah, it's financial responsibility is very important. That's the thing. Is it better financially for me to not go to a convention, or could I swing it? I don't know. It'd be really cool if I could, but like... Okay, let's actually label these. Let's see. Forearm lines. Let's see, we should probably label this T forearm lines. These later is T forearm color mask. Okay, so we just need this. So the next thing that we want to do is I guess we should slap this into Live2D. So what I actually want to do... So normally I would make a third file, and it would just have the layers that I'm adding to Live2D. So I think we'll do that. It's a lot easier to take a compliment via text. I don't know. Listen, here's the thing. You look at somebody's body language and they're like, in person, if they look at your art, right? You hand them a sketchbook and they're like, oh, these are lovely, right? I don't know. You can see the genuineness of the compliment. It doesn't make it any less awkward, but it like reads more believable if you're in person and you get a compliment. You know? That's the thing. At least for me. You could have it be different. It's not my name, Gumpy. That is not my name. My name is literally below the stream. Bro, I didn't know you couldn't read. That's crazy. Maybe you do need better glasses. Anyway, we're going to save as a duplicate, and this is going to be, I'm gonna name this file fix layers. Okay, saving. Okay, so we're saving our prep layers. This has every file, every layer, all of the art. Like if I needed to, for some reason, grab a layer from here, I could do that again very easily. We open up our fix layers and we make sure that we delete everything else. Everything that we do not need, which is everything. So with the one thing that we are throwing into the Live2D, we're going to have just this. Okay, let's go into Live2D, shall we? And we can do the thing. Here we go. All right, here we are in the Live2D. Let me also move my stuff back over here so that you can all see them properly. Okay. There we go. Now I'm not covering up tools and stuff. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to grab the PSD with my layers for fixing things, and we're just going to throw them into the file real quick. Let's see, that would be this one. No, this one. Here it is. Okay, hold on. Fix layers. We're just going to chuck that in there. We're going to load the layers. Okay, bam, there they are. There's the forearm. Have I been seeing the latest art? In the Discord? I don't know, I needed to check. Did I missed the Date Everything stream. Did she have fun? Was she in a panic? But no, unfortunately, I missed it. Oh man. Okay, got a lot of stuff all up in here. Let's throw some art mesh on there. Then what we're gonna do, we're gonna put these here. You know what would be really good, actually? So what I would like to do is have the... Wait. Okay, hold on. I have had a good idea. Let's see. Object at cursor. Grab for me the palm line. And we're just gonna put the draw order like down to, let's go, yeah, let's do a meme number, 420, why not? And then we're going to go to the arm line color, and we're also going to put that draw order down to 420, because haha hee hee hoo hoo, funny number, right? However, look at that, we have an arm. It looks a little chunky right here, like I might need to make this arm a little bit thinner. Very ready for Saturday. Mm-hmm. Like, I think this weekend, like, people are gonna be very, very excited for, like, you know, it's a 3-day weekend, right? Because, well, for those in the USA, because Friday is holiday, right? You eat fireworks. Listen, I feel like that's not very healthy, but also, like, you do you, okay? So now, whenever we rotate things, we actually have, like, an arm. Wow. Okay, so something that I think I want to do, though, I think I want to add a little bit more motion to it. It's like a little, I don't know, it's too subtle, maybe? It's not very exciting, is the thing. So let's start back with here. So let's see. Person goes up, cup goes up too. How did I have this? We had this kind of like that. Fireworks are very scary for the doggos. Yeah. Usually, I don't mind fireworks, but I know it does affect, like, a lot of people and animals. So, like, I know for a fact that I live in kind of a rambunctious area, so, like, there's probably going to be fireworks at some point during the stream. It's fine, though. So if we tilt this up a little bit more. And then we go this way, tilt this down a little bit more. Okay, so now we need to go to hand Z. So this tilts up, so we need to actually tilt the wrist down more. We're going to try to keep the cup level. We also need to make sure that, you know, our wrist stays attached properly. This chunklet, no good. So I'm just going to scooch this bad boy over there like that. Then we go down for this parameter. I'm going to kick this up a little bit, trying to make sure that this stays fairly level. Bit more of a noticeable movement, right? Okay, so something that I would like to do with the teacup. Let's see. Teacup rim. Let's see. So we have a movement here. What on earth is going on with this? That does not bring joy at all. What is this? What was I doing on Tuesday? How curious. Okay, so what is going on with this? We have the XY rotation. This person looks down, the T goes up. How does this work with this? We gotta make sure that our teacup stays even no matter how we are schmoving this around, right? So if we were to tilt this up a little bit more, like that, tilt this down a little bit more, that should work. Then, let's see, something that I would like to do for this, I think that'll be fine. Okay, so that's fine. Since the size, some corners, lovely. Okay, I will take that. So what we're going to do, we're going to have, let's see, hand XY. So that should be fine. Let's see, so we go down like this. So basically I just need to correct and make sure that the T is level. as much as possible, anyway. So like this way, tilt it up a little bit. Are we trying to spill the tea? Not at this time. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So now we have a very interesting, like, up-down. Something I think I'd like to do with the XY, though. Do I want to do that? Maybe. So, like, person, like, they lean one way or the other, right? We do not want detachable wrists. Correct. Was always panicking. Oh man. I might have to go watch the VOD. I'm sure there's a bunch of really good like clips and shorts from that one too, right? Part of me really wants like to add... Oh, our wrist looks kind of broken here. Why is that, I wonder? How curious. Why are you like that? Oh! Oh, I see. Hum yum 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 yum. So like... broken wrist is bad. Can I fix this, or is it gonna freak out? No, I think that'll be fine. Okay, cool. So now we just need to make sure that our wrist is not broken. We have our keyframe on this parameter, and then we're adjusting on where these are, and it should remember. Oh, that's interesting. So if I move this too far this way, how curious. But if I move this back, yeah, there we go. Okay.
Boo. Did I get you?
No, Squishla. Okay, so something that we will need to do though.
Hello.
Not wanting detachable wrists, but okay, rocket punch is a good argument, but listen, how often will you need to rocket punch somebody when you're drinking tea? Listen, you got to put your tea down first, then you do the rocket punch. You don't spill tea in this manner. Also, hi Don, hello there. Good morning. Thank you very much for the brain cells and welcome in. Also, hello YouTube land denizen, I see you there. Okay, listen, that's different though. That's different. I think I might need to add... Okay, so if I were to scooch this over here, I'm gonna have to add some more parameters because we are getting some weird wrists. Which is a problem. Actually, hide this. Let's take a look at what we have done. Okay, so that's fine. This, we need to make our palm just a little bit smaller. I think what we can actually do though is we don't need I don't actually need the wrist to be this big. So I think what we're gonna do is by default it's just gonna be a little bit smaller. I'm just gonna scooch that in a little bit. Give me back this. We need a little bit more line right there. Just by default, and then just gotta watch how this thing moves. Okay, so same sort of thing over here. We've got like we have a containment breach. The palm coloring and lines are not where they should be, so we need to squish them up out the way. Just a tiny default shape edit, just to make sure that it all stays within the lines, basically. Okay, so checking once more. Okay, so this is our default. That pot, this is the Z. Okay, well that looks fine. Very good, very nice. Okay, so what do we want to do with... You have to rocket punch every time you drink tea? So wait, you have this ability to detach your wrist and like punch somebody with it across the room? Is this more common than I thought it was? This is several people wanting to rocket punch whilst drinking tea. No? You barely drink tea? Do you need a reason to rocket punch? I mean, I feel like you probably should have a reason to rocket punch. Like if you just do it all willy-nilly, then it's not as comedic, right? Okay, so what do I want to do at this time? Have this one. So I want to tilt this back and forth, up and down, depending on like body movement. So let's see, cup goes up. We want to tilt it a little bit, I think. Or do we? Do we want it to do it the other way? Let's try it, why not? Let's see what happens. So this is our default cup shape. Let's put this right here so we can watch it animate. This is a little bit tilty. Does that mean that... Fashion theme to look up. May I suggest maid outfits? No, okay, listen. Punching people is not comedic. Rocket punch is comedic, like inherently. You can't tell me that you take it seriously if you see it. Do we need more exaggerated movements? I think we might. Like this works, but also like... Actually, no. That's pretty good, actually. That has a very interesting sort of an effect. Yeah, I'll take that. How would we move this left and right? Would we leave it like that? Or is it just up-down movement where we want the... orientation of the cup to change slightly. I do think that we need to... I actually think I need to change something. Hold on. Because if you look up, right, that would be when you'd want the cup to tilt towards the mouth, right? Like, maybe? Yeah, I was thinking side to side, that would be more of like a physics thing. So yeah, currently, if the model... Wait, who stole my hoodie? How long has that been missing? Hello? What? Where'd it go? 2 minutes? Eh? Really? Wow. Okay. Well, anyway, so... meow. Let's see. Well, it's not my hoodie, but I'll take it, I guess. Okay, so let's see. So the arm does go up here, but the opposite. So if I were to swap this for that other thing, let's see. Adjust. Let's do... Let's just flip these. That we will have to adjust everything else, but so now when the cup will go up when the model goes up, so will the cup, which I think will work out better. Okay, so let's try fix this also. So we need the... Can we just flip these? Hold on. Let's find out. Okay, adjusting. Hold on. Figuring out movement. There we go. That seems a little bit more normal. So, for anybody who doesn't know, the outfit will actually stick around for 5 minutes. You can change the outfit again after 2 minutes, but if you don't, then you got longer with the outfit. There you go. Okay, so something that I definitely think I want to do. We need to make this shape more better. We need it to tilt more. I want more tilting, right? You gotta. So, let's go back to here. And we're just gonna... You know? Tilt that cup. Tilt it, I say. Quite. Smash. And if we do this... Is that enough downward movement? That's probably good. Okay, so we need to measure the gap, or like, we gotta eyeball this gap right here between the rim of the cup and the T, because we want this gap to stay as close as possible to the same, like whenever we're moving the cup around. Otherwise it's gonna look weird. We don't want it to animate like that. So we got to check and make sure that this is the same depth. It's like this. I think we're pretty close. I think we got that pretty good. I think we eyeballed it fairly well. Sometimes the masks throw me off and it looks like things are animating more than they actually are. Okay, so let's just focus on the upward movement like this. Okay, I think that's fine. If we try to go look at the downward though, something looks like it's animating weirdly, which I'm not a fan of. Is it we made the bottom part of the T too big, so our circle of T does not line up with the circle of the cup. Let's make that the tiniest bit smaller. Oh! Royal Majesty. Oh my goodness. Suzuki, hello. Glad you could make it today. Welcome in. Okay. Yeah. So one potential issue, if I have a fish, the fish is not going to become flattened. So something that we're going to need to do is actually throw this fish out of that layer so that he does not flatten. This is just for example, but now I'm dead set on having the tea fish. Maybe it'd probably be a hilarious toggle, actually. So we tilt the cup up, right? So the fish is like in the depths of the cup at this point. So we actually need to move this down. So he just floating. He just floating in the tea. That's all. And then when we go from here to here, we actually need to move him up a tiny bit. The illusion of movement. Okay, stuff that bothers me. We need to move the bottom part of the cup so that our illusion of the cup being 3D is complete. We need to move the handle. We need to make sure that this side of the cup actually connects up here, right? What kind of fish? It's a very rare variety of fish. It's a tea fish. My preferred descriptor? Fierce. But yeah, welcome in. Hello there. Okay, other issues. There's something. What the heck is this? There's just a little something. This is the body of the teacup. Okay. So that will need to be tweaked a little bit. We could probably actually just grab both of these layers. We're going to do our trick where we just edit the default art mesh a little bit. We're just going to squeeze it down a tiny bit. So that way it doesn't show up whenever we're schmoving the cup around. Perfect. Beautiful. Marvelous. How do you write that? Fierce. Listen, I'm really bad at spelling. I'm pretty sure it's F-I-E... Fierce? F-I-E-R-C-E. Yeah, there you go. Is the tea fish related to the tea pose? Tangentially only. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So now... let's focus on the base of the tea. Alright, this one. Oh, I need to hiccup. Stop. There we go. Bah. It's Frosto. Hello, homie. Welcome. Mind the gap? Well, anyway, I'm glad you logged in. What part of the conversation? Oh, that. Okay, I got you. Okay, so we make this just a little bit bigger, like this. More round. We're gonna move this up though. Do need to make this quite a lot more narrow because we're tilting the cup, right? Something looks a little bit weird. Why does it look weird? A solution to hiccups? Yes. Let's see. Yeah, I think we moved it up too far here. Ba, ba, ba. I think it's like we need to make sure that this distance, like we're implying volumes. We got to make sure that the we moved this up a lot. Okay, that would be why. But yeah, the volume of the base of the cup needs to stay the same, so that's better. And down here, let's see, so the gap is like this big, and then down there. Yeah, I need to make this a little bit more like that. Look up and think about not being a fish. Yeah, my thing, like, I was told that you'll have to, like, plug one of your ears and then hold your breath. Don't ask me why, but, like, does it work? Eh. The holding of the breath probably works better, yeah? Mostly the looking up. Okay, so look up. Try to not think of yourself as a fish. I mean, listen, I don't ever think of myself as a fish, but... Okay, this one... Oh, we don't have an individual thing for that. How curious. How very curious. So if I put this here, and then we do these, and we move the whole thing down a little. Oh. Okay, I think we do need to change the shape of the body of the cup as well, because if we're tilting and schmoving, it's gonna have to change as well. Like, the fact that everything else is moving a little bit and the cup is static is kind of messing with me. It also doesn't help that the whole arm schmoves. I could have potentially... Okay, so there's a couple of options when doing, like, Live2D rigging, right? So, like, usually I start with the biggest movements, which would be, like, arm rotations, right? But, like, there's a lot of fine detail with the cup itself. So I'm just like, would it have been better to, like, do those separately? Could I make an alternate body X, body Y, and have my wiggly arm on these parameters, make new parameters so that I can get the cup to look correct without the arm moving. And then you just copy paste those keyframes back onto this. So currently we have some weird parameters, but I haven't finished schmooving all the stuff and all
What's
these
this?
keyforms yet.
Insert witty sub-anniversary message here.
My goodness. You know what?
Oh.
That was the wittiest, best like subscription anniversary message I've ever read. Absolutely amazing. No seriousness though. Knit, thank you very much. I do very much appreciate it. So witty. I love it. Bam. Also, it's been an hour already? Okay. Alright, everybody. We're gonna go have and break. I've been streaming for almost 4 years. So, I looked it up. Well, not recently, but I've actually been streaming, not always on Twitch, but I started streaming on Picardo, and I think it's been about 8 years that I've been streaming. I've been seriously doing VTubing stuff maybe like 4 years? Maybe. But like, my sense of time is non-existent. So like, has it been 4 years that I've been doing the, I don't know, but I've been streaming a long time. So that's the thing. Anyway, for now, let's go have break time. Everybody, please enjoy break screen and we will be right back. Bye. Wah. Alright, alright. Hello again, everybody. Alright, so let's work on specifically one thing at a time, shall we? You say that every time, and it makes me so suspicious. Listen, I'm not that bad. Or am I? Alright, so what we need to do, we want to focus on just the cup. We want to make the cup move appropriately. So what we're going to do is we are going to make two parameters. Let me actually check. So this goes to 10 and negative 10. Let's make sure that let's see, cup move x and cup move, let's see, minimum, set that parameter up to 10, negative 10. Okay, got cup move x. We need another one. This is going to be cup move y. Same sort of dealio. Beautiful. Alright, so now we are going to grab... We need this parameter and this parameter and this one. This eventually we're going to need that one, but for now, let's see. You don't have any keyforms on you. Ah, it's because they're all here. Okay. So we bring up our little menu. Change. Actually, okay, hold on. Let me actually go back. Let's unhook all of these so that I actually put them in the correct places. So, first one, change. You're going to go from body X to cup move X. We're going to take this, change to cup move Y. Okay, so now our cup move Y is on its own thing and we can look at it very specifically. Don't have anything there. We need to change U to cup move X. To change this one to cup move Y. Okay, so now our fish moves with the cup right there. Then we need to change this one to that one. Then we need to change this one to this other one. So now, slowly but surely, we are isolating the thing. I wonder if we made these blend shapes. That would be interesting. What? Hello, welcome in. We're doing exciting things like changing parameters to other parameters. Oh man, this is basically like hot labeling action, but you don't get to see it, so it's even more better. And that's not actually true, but okay. So now we can actually see the cup moving by itself. There it is. So we can link this together, we can link these together. So now we can move this all around. Let's make sure that the cup isn't animating, and it isn't. And then when I move this, then it is animating. So now we can make sure that all of our cup chunklets, they actually move appropriately, and we don't have to worry about like the giant arm swinging. So we can actually focus in and make sure that the animation works properly, right? There we go. Sorry, and hello there. Glad you could make it today. Also, hold on. I missed to redeem earlier. Quail Squirrel, hello there. Thank you very much for your patience. It just took me like 15 minutes to make sure that I said hello. So, extra special hello to you today. Thank you. And hello. And welcome. 9-hour road trip? Wow, that's a big road trip. Glad you arrived at your destination safely. It's exciting. Actually, I guess if anybody was doing a travel, they would probably be doing a travel at this time. There is an holiday tomorrow. Okay. I think that works. But yeah, basically, we need to change the handle. Something about the base of this cup looks weird. Why? I mean, it stays the same. And these circles, they are about the correct. They have the correct perspective for the like ellipse shape. Yeah, something weird is going on with the T in this one. I think the problem is actually that I need to move this. So we move. Nope, not that one. Oh! Okay, I need to move these one as well. Hold on. Okay, changing that one. Then we need to change this one. And then. Okay. So that would be a thing. It's like something looks weird. Hey, I figured out why it looked weird. Okay. Okay, so a few things need to happen with this thing. So the first thing, actually, is that we need to put the body of the cup right here. We need to put those in a deformer so that we can actually make the cup bigger or smaller depending on how it's moving. Okay, so this should get a little bit smaller here because we're rotating the cup a little bit. But the liquid really does seem to be moving and animating a lot, which I'm not a fan of. I think we moved that too many. It's like a subtle, we need a subtle movement here. I think here we need it to be just the tiniest bit longer. Oh, have a good lurk. Absolutely. Fun vacation with close friends? Heck yeah. I might also be having a fun visitor this weekend, perhaps, maybe. I'm very excited about it, actually. Okay, so watching the liquid animate, that's fine. We have this. Something looks weird. I think we would need this to be more rounded. Yeah, something definitely looks very strange here. It's like this isn't bad, but I think we need more circle. I think we gotta have more circle. This one. Okay, so now the question is, why are we not? Where is my parameters? Excuse me? Live2D, what you doing? No. Is it just, are you just freaking out for some reason? How curious. No, that's all fine. Okay, did I click on something? Did I do something to make the parameter disappear? Why are you doing this? Hiding and showing. That should be working. See, now the little green box is popping up. Why are you not? Oh, it's because it's hidden. Haha! Ha! Found it. Okay, got it. Good. Okay, I think we do need this to be a bit more of a circle. So we are going to do that. You can actually see inside with the T. So then we need to make sure that, let's see, that's good. We do need to make this part more circular as well. Right now we're staring at this and making sure that it animates properly. It's very exciting, I know. But look at that! Wow, wow, wow. Is it Santa? Listen, I know Santa has like vacation time like most of the year, but like it's not Santa. No. Listen. That was let him visit one time and then the little elves like got into everything. They made tiny furniture out of like a bookshelf at one point. No, would not recommend letting him visit. Like he arrives in reindeer. Who has like stables to house reindeers? I don't. Let's just say that like the yard of the den was not happy. Okay. You thought I was Santa? Okay, look at my face. Which bit looks like Santa? Which bit? the what parts? You can see the really. Okay, no, listen, you're gonna make that claim, but how? Explain. I have what beard? You can see my chin. I don't have a beard. I'm so confused. Listen, I suppose I'm fairly jolly, but like I don't go hoo, 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 hoo. That's not a thing. That's not how I laugh, right? I have so many questions. See, that's the thing. Frosto, that's how it starts. Ralph, hello there. Glad you could make it today. I'd still listen. As a joke, it's so funny,
Alan,
right?
you
It's
should
so funny.
save.
But seriously, I no, that's not. Okay, saving. It has saved. Bam. Ends with a bet and a new redeem. I mean, yeah, usually. Okay, so issues. We actually need to squinch the cup body down so that we can actually see the core right there. This gets way too thin. I don't like that. We gotta fix that. So we're just gonna grab these boys. Gonna squeeze this down a little bit. I'm actually gonna move the sides of the cup in the tiniest little bit. This is getting progressively less good, and I'm wondering why. It's probably the cup handle is throwing me off as well. So you get a deformer, and we're gonna animate you as well. Listen, I'm not a villain, but I'm not like Saint Nicholas either. There's like a gray area in between those two things. Okay? I'm somewhere in there. I'm not a villain. I'm not a villain. Listen, I don't know where you guys got this notion, but like you know? Okay, so the handle of the cup actually animates like a lot. Like, do you see how squishy it is? Look at this, the volume of this. Look at how squishy it is. Like, okay, here's the thing. You zoom out, you're looking at this with somebody's model, right? The likelihood that you would notice that, like, you're not gonna notice, right, is the thing. But it bothers me. You know? Do I look like a goat creature? Am I the Krampus? No. I usually do use the word squish to mean something else. The hoof area. You know I don't have hoofs, right? I got the toe beans. We got claws. Listen, squish is a multiple has multiple applications to it, you know? You know why this probably looks weird? So I drew... that's probably where the handle is on the cup, actually. So it's like... It's not on like the edge of the cup. It's like attached to it right here, which means that the attachment points are
Did I get you?
No, the attachment points are like schmoving around, right? That's the problem, isn't it? Honestly, this one looks fine. This one is you. You are the problem child. Okay, so we need to make sure that this attachment point of this handle sticks with where it is on the cup. So if we move the cup up and we rotate this up, we gotta rotate this boy up as well. So we're gonna actually squinch that dude out like that. But that looks weird. And it animates so many. How to do this? Listen, you have like, you have a VTuber with like armor. You don't want the armor to squish. Is that the problem though? Actually, it might be. Okay, listen, we're gonna get rid of all that. We're gonna try this again. So, what we're going to do, we're gonna not touch this thing or this thing, but we are going to move them. We're gonna hide the moving squished bits behind the hand. We're gonna do tricky things to make it work and not make the stuff we're gonna make the stuff that should not be squishable not squish. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, you have a character that has armor. You don't want the armor to like move, because then it looks weird, right? Swish? I wasn't the first one that used it. Maybe we should be looking at this particular denizen. Are you the Krampus? Are you? Okay, so that moves there, and we should probably move these up, maybe out a little bit. I really want to rotate it a tiny bit as well. Can we do that? I do believe that we can. If we remove the hand, this cup handle is going to be the crunchiest thing. However, that looks better. I'll take it. Okay, we're gonna hide that. Very good, very good. So, let's see. Now, let's see, the body of the cup schmoves a little bit. This becomes very, very circular. If this is the most side, if this is the most of the cup that we're ever gonna see, we gotta look at how much smaller does it get when we tilt the cup. So we might actually need to make it smaller. So this is like the maximum amount of the side of the cup that we're gonna see, right? So then when we tilt the cup more, it's pretty decent. We could probably make that a little bit smaller, actually. Then we need to squinch this down just a little bit. Then we actually need to make this quite a lot smaller also, because this is very round, so we need to see a lot less of the body of this cup. You following? You got it? You solid plan? We got it? So if we do like this, we'll make sure that we have the sides of the cup just a little bit right there. Is that too many though? That's way too many. Okay, that was definitely too many. Okay, go back. Just a little bit here, a little bit here. Okay. Okay, now we need to look at the base of the cup. This looks a little weird. Why does it look weird? Is the whole like base part of the cup too big? We're slowly figuring out the schmovement for the cup. Yeah. Okay, so same thing here though. If this is the maximum amount of the side of the bottom part of the cup that we're ever gonna see. We got to keep that in mind. We go back to this. So this, we're seeing too much of the bottom of the cup. So we're actually gonna move that up a little bit. Oh, now the handle's looking kind of weird, isn't it? Wow. Okay, so then we need to see even less of the cup like this. We also need to double check on the liquid on the inside of the cup. Something looks a little strange. Is it the circle? Inside the cup. I think it might be a little too big around the edges. But it looks okay from these two places. Like, you can see the circle. Maybe it is too big, like just in the cup in general. So that way whenever it gets like small, whenever we see more of the thing, there's not enough porcelain. We don't have a thick enough cup. We do not have the thickness of the cup taken into account. I see. Yes, I see. Okay, so let's hold down Alt. We're just gonna shrink that down just the tiniest little bit. I'm probably gonna regret doing this. I might have to go back. But let's just shrink that down. Making sure that the edges aren't animating weirdly. Hide that. But now we have like this gap right here on the side of the cup. This is how thick the cup is. The edges, or the rim of the cup, they're very thin, right? But the actual cup itself has like more thickness. I have a reference picture up like over on my other screen, and like this is important. I'm also wondering if like the liquid level. Okay, those of you who consume the tea out of fancy teacups, you don't fill it all the way to the brim of the cup. It's like about here, or is it like less? I don't know. Whenever I drink tea, I usually don't put it in a fancy cup. I should though. I should get me a fancy cup. Something about the animation of the bottom of the cup looks weird now, so let's fix that. I think we went too far. We need a little bit more for the base of the cup. Trying to make sure that everything animates at the same rate. Something about the base of the cup that does not work. Why, oh why? Is it the shape of the cup? Is it... Oh, okay, hold on. So let's move this down a little bit more. Then let's go to this one.
My trap.
Is it you? Do we need more circle and to move this up more? I think so. Oh. Martin's snart? What is this snart? Hello. Welcome in, first time chatter. Listen. We ask that you look respectfully, okay? That's all. There you go. Enjoy. The cup needs a mustache protector. Is that? Oh, that's just like, I think I've seen a picture of of that. I don't think we need that. Not for this teacup. Listen, this is like general use, right? So this is like supposed to be a Live2D item that if it works properly will require testing. But if it works properly, there's a new fancy feature on VGen where you can sell digital items, and it would be extremely cool to have like silly fun stuff like fish tea that you can have like up on a store, right? That's the plan, but we're doing testing to see if this is gonna work in the first place. Honestly, that seems to work and animate a lot better. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. So, default tilts up. That looks fine. I think what's also throwing me off is that this line right here is really thick compared to the rest of the picture. So that's a thing. You want to know how to fix it though? We're gonna go to this layer and we're just gonna grab this and just kind of, yeah. And that should work. Okay, let me actually hide all of that. Okay, so the last thing that we gotta figure out, the cup handle. This part looks fine from what I can tell. The bottom part though, I don't know, man. Let's see. So it's like this. If we move this up, I think I actually need to move this pot so that it like follows the line of the cup. Ah, Glacial Nova, hello there. Glad you could make it today. Hello, how's it going on this fine Thursday? I need to grab this, then we're just gonna move that out there like that. Then down here we need to I really need, you know what I need? I need a mask. I need a mask layer so that whenever I rotate this down, we like get rid of this line right here. That would be delightful, actually. Hum. How to make a line? How to make a mask? 'Cause yeah, that I don't like that. Oh, actually, hold on. Take this. No, hold on. Okay, better idea. Saving. Okay, we're gonna travel back into the lands of the clip studio. Hold on. It's very hot. Yeah, it is. It is kind of that time of year. Unpleasant. Sticky. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we are going to go to our prep layers. We're going to go to the teacup layer. We are going to grab this layer right here. We're actually going to specifically grab this chunk of this layer. I don't even need that much of the layer, actually. Give me like this many. And then we're going to copy and paste. And look, we now have a mask. We want it to behave basically exactly like this. It's just gonna cover up the line. That's basically all it's doing. We are gonna make it hot pink though, because why not? We're gonna make it hot pink though, because why not? There we go. Then we're just gonna make sure that we smooth it out a little bit. We don't want any crunchy, transparenty pixels. Okay, so It's basically a band-aid fix. But it's fine. This will work. Probably. Maybe. Unless it won't, in which case... it's fine. Anyway, we're going to go to our fix layers. We're going to delete that. We're going to... Let's see. Cup. Handle. Mask. We're going to label this one layer. We're going to save this. We're going to go back into the Live2Ds. And click this back on. We are going to grab this one file. And we're going to throw it in here. We're going to import this one tiny thing, okay? Ah! Hello, hello. It's Luna.
Hey,
Welcome.
You should save.
I should save. That's using the old noodle. Saving. Okay. So, we now need slap some meshes onto this thing. It's not super important. But what we're going to do, we are going to take the ID, we are going to copy this, we are going to put this as a clipping mask, but inverted, okay? Then we are going to make the opacity 0. And you can now see, right here, it's working. So now, whenever I move this thing around, the handle is going to disappear, okay? This is what we're doing. We're making a mask, so that whenever I add this to... You're gonna be in this folder, and we're gonna make sure that you are... I should probably have this be in its own thing, but let's see how this works for now. Okay, that's fine. So we need you to be animated ever so slightly. That's fine. Yep, that's fine. You basically just need it to animate a little bit so that it covers up these chunklet when the cup does that. And that's all it needs to do. Okay, does that work though? It does. Alright, very good, very nice. Looks a little bit strange. Okay, why does it look strange? I think it's the whole cup handle, right? So this is the maximum length of the handle that we're ever gonna see. That's like the most side profile that we're ever going to see this. We actually need to make this smaller. This handle is too big. It's not squishing and stretching and so on and so forth with the teacup. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab all of this and we're gonna move it up. Okay, so this is the maximum amount that we will ever see the thing. It's smaller, very good. And then this is... I should probably get a little bit smaller and move these up a little bit. However, now that I've done that, I need to check and make sure that it still looks good with the mask, which I don't think it does. That looks a little strange. Just a teeny tiny bit. So what we're gonna do, we are going to double check. Looks fine right there. Does not really look correct here. But we're gonna just barely touch this line. We're just gonna get rid of the line chunklet, I think. So it's still connected. Do I like that? Do I like that? Oh, it's Darlerian. Hello, Darlerian. Welcome in. Oh, can we get a shout out for Darlerian as well, please? Had a birthday recently. if I remember correctly. I have no idea what day it is anymore, except that it's Thursday. It's not Friday, it's Thursday. How's it going, man? Do I like that? Okay, maybe. Solid, maybe. So what we need to do now, we have parameters where the cup is it's just freaking out, right? So we actually, oh no, I edited stuff. But I was just doing one thing when really, oh no. Okay, so do you see how, okay, so this one parameter, beautiful, love it, very good. This parameter though, since we changed stuff here, that's very unpleasant. So what we're gonna do, what are we gonna do? What we're going to do is okay, so this is what our default that we like. Oh, wait. No, there's a really easy solution. We just get rid of all the keyforms and then reapply them. Easy peasy. Okay, this one. Get rid of all the keyforms. No problem. No problem. We're eliminating the animations that we don't want. We still have the animations we do want, but we can get rid of the ones that we don't. Bam. Easy peasy. Okay. Okay, so that was not a problem, but it would have been a problem maybe at some point. Why is this acting differently though? Did I actually need those parameters? No. I think it's because we moved this too far over. Yeah, our attachment point changes place. Okay. Once more, we must fix the thing that we have broken. It's fine. It's fine. We're just gonna scoot this bad boy back to like right there. Okay. You have a really simple solution too? What you got? It's not broken, it's different? That's, you know, that is one way to look at it. Listen, this is basically just all problem solving. You're like, wait, this looks weird. How to fix? Like, this edge over here does not actually connect with this over here. So I'm like, hum, we just need to like, whoop, just squeeze it up a little bit. It's good. Listen. VTubers can be trusted with the fine china, okay? They can have nice things. The hamster bottle would probably be hilarious, but you know, listen. Even a VTuber want to feel fancy sometimes, you know? Okay, we have one last thing to do. Our tea fish, we actually need to move him down just a tiny bit right here. Why? Seen a fox? You've seen the fox video? What the fox video? I play with hammers? I play with hammers? I have not touched a hammer one time today. Okay? All of you have been doing the... No. Listen, all of you have been the ones playing with hammers, okay? Stop hitting me while I'm down.
Fine. It's fine. I guess I am cute. Boo! Did I get you?
How do you guys have so many? Please, I just want to stream. Why?
Oh.
I can't even have a nap after all of that. You won't even let me have a nap. Okay, I swear to Bob, mods, you had better not be refunding these. What the heck is going on? How have you all collectively decided it's time for violence? What is going on? Also, no, come on. Thank you for the head pats. Knit, thank you very much for the fish. That is not what I said. That is not what I said. No, that's not what I said. Listen. I know you guys don't have such marvelous, luxurious ears like me, but you still have ears. I said, how are you guys doing this? Like, you have limited numbers of deluxe wax that you can do, okay? Like, how? Thank you for the head pats. It's very nice. My cranium is throbbing because... No, it's... Stop hitting me when I'm down. Come on. No. At least wait for me to recover. Jeez, you're gonna Okay, I expect anybody that thank you for the headband. All right, listen, any of you that took away brain cells just now, please give them back. We have a whole redeem for it. Please, I need those. I need them for things. Thank you for the brain cells. What do you mean no? I got chest spun up. What did I do? I didn't do nothing.
1,000 fish-shaped brain cells.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Fish-shaped brain cells, those are the best ones. Honestly, listen, here's the thing though. They're very fish-shaped. I might eat them. I mean, it's basically the same as absorbing the brain cell, right? What about hammer-shaped brain cells? No, those are no good. I don't want them. Listen, I might also take some more head pats. That would also be very good. You know, just saying. It's not like I like head pats or anything. Anyway, so we were in. Thank you for the head pats.
Boo! Did I get you?
No, nice try though, Squishla. So anyway, what were we doing? Also, again though. Thank you very much for the fish. I do very much appreciate them. I will eat them later. Okay, I'm closer now. So head pats, right? You're definitely doing head pats, right? Right? Okay, I gotta do this to get to the aw. Okay. Thank you for the head pats. Was it on a timer? Oh, it's on a timer. Okay. Yeah, it's like okay, so the thing with the head pats, I had them with no timer, but then two people would redeem them at the same time, and then they would cancel. It would just cancel the head pats, and it was sad for everybody. Mostly for me though. It's less spammable. But yeah, either I need to make my cooldown times more consistent throughout all my redeems, or what if I added a cooldown timer for the deluxe whack? No, that's perfect. Then you guys couldn't bludgeon me while I was like splayed out on the floor. That's perfect. I need to tend to my wounds. I'll be right back. Okay, so hello again, everybody. You good? Have we gotten it out of our system? Okay, great. Let's go back to animating, yeah? What do you mean? Hello? Roll for initiative? No. Okay, hold on. Where's this window? Alright, so we were checking to see if our fish stayed in roughly the same spot. He stays there. I think we need to move him down a little bit more for this one. Yeah, just like a little bit more. Okay, so how to finish this, right? Hello, welcome back. Oh, Kitsune? Oh my goodness, Fran? Hello. Welcome in. Alright, so let's see. We need to... So basically what we need to do is make sure that when we spin our cup around, you'll notice how it's freaking out when I'm doing the full circuit. That's because we don't have any of our other parameters set up, which is kind of a problem because yeah, that's real not ideal. This would be very bad if you were in the middle of the, you know, the object was moving and it looks great like this, but then it like gets all squiffy and weird when you do this, right? So we gotta fix that. So first order of business, we gotta make sure that there's no animations like this. Have one proper animation like this. Then we gotta check and see what the heck is going on with this. Well, we found the issues. However, if we go to the sides here, is it fine? Okay, so let me actually try. Let's grab the rim of our glass. Let's just make sure that none of this is freaking out. And then we can synthesize the corners. And then let's see, so that gets real weird, doesn't it? How curious. Alright, synthesize corners. Why are you not behaving properly? Let's see. Parameter 1. Are you set up weird? Oh, you are set up weird. How curious. There it goes. Now it's working properly. Well, that would explain why some other thing... So I was working on a different project earlier, and something was behaving oddly in the Live2D, and I think I've just figured out what it was. We got it. Bam. Latte art fish? Yeah, sure. Totally, definitely not an actual fish in a tea glass. Select in everything assigned to the parameter when you synthesize corners. Exactly. It should be squeezed by the angle. So the fish is, in my brain, was an actual fish, and it's floating in the this. He's kind of a placeholder art. Okay, is the thing. But then I kind of fell in love with the idea that I actually have like a fish that's like swimming around in the tea, right? So if this was a thing on the surface, it would need to be squished, but I have a layer here that behaves correctly. So when we actually add shading to this, it's gonna work properly ahead of time. Like I've set this up in a way that we can add shading and layers and effects and cool stuff, hopefully without too much issue. I say hopefully because who knows? What's the name of the tea fish? What
What is his name?
His name is Sir Sips. That's what his name is. Yeah. The tea fish, his name is Sir Sips. Yeah. You had a terrible thought? What you got? His name is Earl Grey. Dubbed Sir Sips in 2025 by local woodland creature. Sir Sips of the teacup, exactly. Okay, so anyway, we are working on synthesizing corners, so that way all of the parameters will actually work properly. Did I do that for these ones? Yes. Okay, very good. We're just working our way down, making sure that all that is correct, all that's correct. Synthesize the corners. Bam. Cup. Body of the cup. There's a slight issue with this. Our edges are just not touching the rim of the cup, which is unacceptable, so let's just nudge those into place a little bit. It's not a huge deal or anything, but it will drive me insane if I don't fix it now. Same with these, just a teeny tiny adjustment. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's also make sure that these little boys, we gotta smoosh them into place like so. The edges must line up, right? Okay. Then synthesize corners. Very nice, very good. Okay, beauty. Then the same thing, make sure that works. Nothing there changes. Synthesize those corners. Last one, I think. Actually, there's one more that we need to do. This has its own parameter settings, so let's go ahead and make sure that these all works. Yep. Let's just make sure that everything will be moving properly when it's all together. Okay. So really there's just one movement, but it will, all of the parameter interactions will actually work at this time. So we got it! A monocle is mandatory. It's a bunch of math. Okay, listen. I have described this. I actually saw somebody describe Live2D as it's spreadsheets but with math. Okay, it's all of the organizing, all of the sorting, all of the fiddly bits, making sure that stuff lines up properly. It's basically like it's a spreadsheet. You gotta keep it organized. You have to have all your data in place and stuff like that, right? It's the same thing. Same thing. So, anyway, now we have wiggly arm, right? We have secondary wiggly arm that all of this looks fine, right? And then we have the tea mug that does this. So what do we need to do now? So, a few things. We could put this back on to the body XY movement, just so that they all move together. I could keep them separate though, but I think for simplicity's sake, I will eventually move all of these parameters back up to the body XY parameters. What we need to do now, actually, is we gotta fiddle with the fingers. I would like for the hands and the fingers to actually move with the cup, and if we are rotating the cup like this, the fingies, they gotta move. They gotta be schmovin' as well. Okay, so that's gonna be like the last thing. Then we should have all of our... Well, we won't have all of our emotion stuff figured out. We gotta do physics! We gotta have physics! Physics. How to do physics? Oh, that's an interesting idea. Spreadsheets is math? It is, yeah. No, listen. Math is fine, okay?
Hey,
It's
you
fine.
should save.
I probably should save. But no, math is fine. Math is very smart. Anybody who can actually do maths, like, I... Respect. I can't do maths. My brain does not like maths. This is as close as I get to maths. You like math? Nice. I'm very bad at math. I'm really quick at it though, but I'm real bad at it. What's the square root? So you have like a plant and it's got like a root and then the square root. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't done math in I don't know how long. Is that like what number you'd have to multiply with the same number to get that number? What do you mean only? Listen, I'm 6'5" with the ears, okay? I'm average height. Why are you saying only like that's a bad thing? That's a logarithm? Oh, okay. Then I have no idea. Listen. Are we here to quiz me on how bad at math I am? No, we're here to animate a teacup, and that's way more exciting, right? Right? Okay, so anyway, we're gonna... What do you mean short? I'm not short. I'm average. It's average, okay? I'm average. You're here to judge me? Wow. Okay, what's the verdict though? Listen, if you're rendering judgment, at least let me know what the verdict is, you know? Okay, why are you behaving so weirdly? Am I holding the wrong hotkey down? Hello? What is going on? Okay, what are you doing? Oh, I know why. This one. There we go. Now we got it. Haha! Gotta make sure that you hit all of your buttons correctly. Okay, so then we need this pointed like this so that we can wiggle the finger, but that looks really weird for some reason, so we are actually going to move the rotation point back a little bit. Still looks a little bit weird. We're gonna keep that like that. We are going to actually hide this. We're gonna slowly peel away the fingers so that we can animate them properly. Okay, I'll make these a little smaller. We're gonna put this like right there. And then. Okay, this is a little bit weird. I'll move that back like this. Okay. Then we got this one. Then we're labeling. Then we make sure that we make these smaller. Move this over here. Square roots are vegetables. Okay, I was not expecting this to turn into a compliment. Well played, Rayster. Well played. I'm not a villain. I'm not a villain, though. Your judgment is in error. I demand an appeal. The square root of -1 equals -1. Okay, explain. Explain to a non-math person. Wait, you said you were the judgment, right? So wait, why do you have lawyers? Is this corruption in the judicial system? This will not stand. No, absolutely not. Square roots are the inverse of squaring. Okay. It should be I? We're putting letters in math? 2 times 2 is 4. The square root of 4 is 2. Okay. Letters in math? Can you imagine? Write an essay in math. Okay, so this finger probably won't move too many, but it's there in case we needed to do the thing. The thumb, let's see, that's that one. We might have to squinch the palm a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can avoid that though. Math is letters? Can't times 2 numbers to get a negative number. Yes. That would be very strange. Yeah. Five divided by 0 is 0? Or 5 of 0 equals 0? Oh, it's just an error. Okay. Huh. Okay, imaginary numbers so that you can do a square root of a negative number. Why are we learning math? I mean, I was curious, but like, it's fine. It's fine. Thumb. Rotations. Nope. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, we actually need the thumb to rotate from here. There we go. That's a proper thumb movement. Art adjacent activities. I mean, we started discussing like, but this is all maths. Why is my thumb here and not with the rest of my fingers? What are you doing, thumb? Is my thumb just never attached properly? Oh, it is attached properly. Why is it like that? Oh, that's weird. Why have you chosen to collapse this one? Yeah, it's still in the hierarchy. It's just showing up really weird. Okay, so we have a hierarchy of stuff with this. Here's all of the art meshes and items, and this determines layer order. And like which art mesh is on top of a different art mesh. This is the hierarchy which affects how things animate. So I have arm XY, which is a higher up in the hierarchy than the Z movement. if that makes sense to you guys. But like, because of the way that I set up something, my thumb, which was up here, as soon as I put it in a rotation deformer, it decided it wanted to live below all of this, which is very strange. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to this parameter, and we are just going to make sure that this is all set up correctly. Actually, hold on. Before I set up this parameter, we're going to move the thumb so that it's actually holding onto the cup. Okay, so that's like step one, right? Magrior, hello there. Glad you could make it today. This is relevant to Live2D rigging? You promise? Listen, you can continue to talk about maths if it actually applies. Okay, okay, let me read through the rest of the math thing. You guys went to all the effort to explain the thing. Let me at least read it. Okay, do I remember if you multiply a negative number by a negative number, you get a positive number. A square root is when you multiply a number by itself. A square is when you multiply myself. A square root. What number do you multiply by itself to get this number? So negative numbers don't have square roots. Got you. Yeah, go ahead. Wait, so does Final Fantasy have, like, physical paper cards? Really? Humma humma. Imaginary numbers are like unicorns? They're magic? Is this where all the unicorns migrated to? They all became imaginary numbers? There's a Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering expansion set. Oh, I got you. Okay, so today I have learned that unicorns are not actually extinct, they just turned into math, because math is magical. Have you all used them up? Yo, let's go. Not the unicorns, the deluxe wax. Okay, so. And the T gets tilted like this or like this. I think the thumb is probably fine. But for here, let me just try schmoving it up a little bit. Oh, no wait, hold on. I spoke too soon. Okay, actually, I lied. Take it back. Go back. What is going on here? Okay, definitely want the parameters here. So we've got to make sure we match each of the parameters. This point up, this one point up, then we make edits that we need. Did the thumb do that, or would it be... No, we want to actually see the thumb. I take it back. Go back one step. Okay, we're going to make sure that it is like this. Then, when we do the thing like this, then we can squish it down, because we are rotating the cup upward, so the thumb would need to move. Okay, beautiful, lovely, good. Okay, next one. This one. Nope. This one. You know, I could probably just put this with the cup move. Would that be easier? Probably. Okay. We're gonna do an opposite movement on the pinky for this one. Just like a little subtle thing, but I think that'll look very nice. We just have a little gap right here that I'm not a fan of. Yeah, it'll be fine. Maybe. Wow. Do we like this movement though? No, not really. Okay. And back down you go, and this one. Actually, let's redo that. Hold on. Downward just a little bit. And so, okay, the thing that bothers me right now, the grip, like it doesn't really look like it's super gripping. Like it's very delicate and light, which is very nice. It's not super realistic though, which bothers me, but not enough to like redo the whole thing is the problem. But like for next time, this is not like a firm grasp. This would not be how you would hold a teacup. Probably it's not bad, but it's not great. But also I need to move everything back to the body X movement, probably. I wonder, actually, hold on. Physics? Do you see the physics settings? No, you don't. Hold on. Let me see if we can show... No, it should be showing the physics menu. Why is it not showing the physics menu? Hello? Hello, physics menu? Okay, something is being weird. Why are you not showing physics menu? Oh, it's because you picked the wrong one. I see. Okay, which is the correct window? Got a bunch of Clip Studio Paint things open. We've got a bunch of that. Physics settings? That's not what I want. Wait, now it's showing it? You lied to me, OBS. What is your damage? Okay, so anyway, here's the physics window. And there should be... Well, they're not moving correctly together, but... Also, it's using the default animation. Stop. Reset. This one, can we remove that, maybe? Yeah, there should be a way. Why is it? There should be a way to make this move but it's not doing the thing. Okay, hold on. Going back. Do we need this? No, we absolutely do not. So we're going to get rid of that parameter because we're not going to use it. Then if we go to... If we turn this on, is it... And we choose random pattern... Not too bad, actually. Like the cup and the thumb and all of that, like it's kind of out of sync. Like you can watch the little doohickeys schmooving around, but the actual emotion, not too bad. Does it do the illusion? Does it work? Have we done it? Yo, let's go. All right. Let's get out of here. So, what we need to do now... So, there's something that's going on. If I zoom out, do you see this? There's this tiny, thin, little black line that disappears when you zoom in. And I'm just looking at this and I'm like, why is this here? Well, it's because Live2D handles transparency very badly. so like we gotta fix that. I thought I had fixed it, but when I zoom out, you can like even around the fingers, there's something weird going on. Okay, essentially. So what we're gonna do is we are going to go to, where is it? This one? This one. This one? This one. Okay, so we're going to this thing.
You should save.
I suppose that I can. I will consider it. I consider it to be a good idea. Okay. I saved. Thank you. Yeah, Live2D does not like transparency. It really doesn't. So to make this a little easier on myself, well, first off, I'm going to shove that right there. Second off, I'm going to make the opacity of this top blue bit just a little bit less. Like, that's the thing. Like, the line art is very, very, very much like... There should not be overlap, is the thing. But there is. Like, here's the line of this part. So why is the black line right there? It makes no sense. Why are you like this, Live2D? Okay, so we don't want that. We actually want this one. Can we smoosh the bottom part of this up? Don't want to do too many, but if we do smoosh this up and it gets rid of that weird line issue, then that would probably be fine. I would be happy with that, even if that means that I have to like manually go in and fix. It does fix it. It is just the transparency issue. Nope, now it's appearing again. How curious. So yeah, I don't know why it does that, but it does that. So yeah, all of these, like, there's tiny, teeny little lines around here. I don't know if this is showing up on Strem for you guys, but I see it. I see it. And I don't like it. So, now we need to go back to... I see everything. You're picking your nose right now? Stop. Seriously, go blow your nose. Like, just... manners. Where are your manners? Can't believe this. Anyway. So these are very kind of janky art meshes, but they function, so it's fine. She took the manners in the divorce. I mean, oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. That's rough. It's not roof though. I'm asking. No. Listen. I was not the one that started with the plural manors. Actually, I guess I was, technically speaking. But no, listen. Manners sounds weird. Like etiquette, manners. It's manors. Oh. Right? Thank you for the head pats. Hello, Anonymous. Welcome. What? I mean, listen. If I mispronounced like manicure, like that could be a whole different word, couldn't it? Okay, so that's a lot better. We don't have weird little lines. If we zoom out even further, actually there's a hint of a line right there, but I think it's probably fine. Probably. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is we need to move all of the parameters that are on this back to up here. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna unhook all of these things. We're gonna select all of the parameters that are on here, and we're just gonna slap them on the body X. We're just gonna schmoof them all at once, which I should have done earlier in hindsight. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so slap all that on body Y. So now all of the things, our teacup movement, our fingers, all of that's schmoving here. I do see an issue. If we do this, the movement is fine. If we do this on this side of the parameters, or cross over like this, we're getting some weird movement with the hands. And that is because I forgot to finish the animations and all the little corner bits for those things. The cup looks great though, right? Oh, hello YouTube land denizen, welcome. You had chicken and fish with french fries for dinner? Yo, that sounds so good though. What am I eating today? I have some rice. If I could find a shrimp, maybe I could convince it to make fried rice. Actually, fried rice does sound pretty good. I would need eggs. Okay, focusing. We're focusing. We're very focused. We're focusing. And we are synthesizing corners, and we're going over here, and we're doing the same sort of thing. Okay, beautiful. So now yeah, there we go. All right. Okay, so a few things we need to do. Let's save this for one thing. Shall we test it and then do some physics? Oh. Okay, so what do we need to do? We need to go into our texture atlas. We need to make sure that we throw in, you can't see this. Okay, well anyway, we're gonna throw in our, okay, hold on. So first off, texture. I need to change the texture atlas size because it's very crunchy. Set scale. No. Texture size. Can I not change my texture size? There's a way to do it. Okay, let me do an automatic layout real quick. Let's see if we can do this. No. No, we cannot. Okay, texture, edit. Change texture size. There we go. We need more texture space so that we have more crisp visible unset textures. We need this. Need all of these. We need to automatically lay them out on the texture map. Okay, that did not work. Hold on. Stand by. Having issues. Okay, there we go. Now they're properly set up. We are exporting our texture map. Okay, we need to save once again. Then we go to File, Export for Runtime. And then we save that. We ignore the error message because we don't need to worry about that. We need to save this in the correct folder so that I can actually find it. Hold on. All of this, none of the stuff I'm doing you can see, but stand by. New folder. Add test. This is going to be test number 2. Save. Okay, it's exporting. We're contemplating. We're thinking. Did you know that French fries are not made in France? Oh, they're made in Greece? That's crazy. A shrimp could fry that rice? That's what I was saying. That's what I've heard on the internet, that the shrimps fry the rice. I don't know. All right, you guys ready for more exciting Live2D shenanigans? I am. Okay, we gotta test this. So first off, let me bring in my Isla stand-in picture. Okay, we're gonna put that there. I'm going to, we need to import this as a model. Okay. So we open the folder full of all of the models that I have, and then we're going to throw this file. I'm gonna copy it into here. Copy that in there. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to load a new model, and I'm gonna be an arm. Don't panic, everybody. I'm gonna become an arm, but that's fine because we're gonna set this up, and then I will become not an arm. It'll be great. It's loading. It's thinking. There we go. All right, here we go. Becoming an arm. Gonna auto set up. Okay, beautiful. So look at this fabulous arm. Wow, it does not move very much. So what we need to do. And just set. sorry. Actually, mods, can we refund that one redeem? Because there's no hotkeys. There's nothing set up on this model. Okay, don't waste your channel points for just a second. Okay, hold on. Okay, where is? Okay, movement config, we need to turn that off because we don't want this to be moving on its own. Okay, we're gonna keep all of that. We need to set this up properly so we get some movement all up in here. Hold on, adjusting parameters. We're actually gonna turn the smoothing down on these a little bit, I think. Hold on, and we'll set this to, I think 5 and -5 was kind of the sweet spot for this earlier. Let's see. Let's see, we don't need the breath parameter, but look at that. When I schmoove, it reacts, and the T is held, and it moves, and we got some up downs, and we got the, yeah, that'll work. Okay, cool. So now we need to go over to the items settings and load current model as a Live2D item. Makes a copy in the items folder, and there it is. It has become item. Cool. So we're gonna save that. Sure. Then we are going to turn back into, nope, not that one. Don't look, don't look. Oh, don't look. Hold on. Panic. Nope, don't look at this. Stop. No. Hold on. Wait. Nope. Hold on. Wrong one. Ignore that. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. No. You saw nothing? You saw nothing. Okay? You didn't see nothing. You didn't see nothing. Okay? Okay. So anyway, we have an arm right over there. It's you know, being weird and stuff, but that's fine. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna turn off my arm and then turn on a different one. That's what we're gonna do. Let's see. I need to go to no, that's not the right setting. Hold on. This one. Okay, customize model. Customize art meshes and stuff. Give me this one. Right upper arm. Gonna just hide that. Beautiful. Then we have to figure out where art mesh. Wait, that's the upper arm? No, I need that. I lied. Forearm. We don't need this one. This one. Here we go. Okay, you. Remove your opacity. We're gonna get rid of that. We need this one. There we go. We're going to remove that. Beautiful. And then let's see. Yeah, I think that'll work. For testing purposes, that'll be fine. Okay, so then make it a little smaller. So let's see. Not too bad. I feel like yeah. Position of the thing and the size of the arm might be a little bit weird. Like the scaling might be a little bit off. Also, what are you attached to? What are you clipped to? Is it my my shark? I don't know. Anyway, so here is the tea. Except when I try to sip it, it goes away. Live surgery is wild, right? What do you mean this feels like a fever dream? Listen, we're messing around with Live2D and Live2D objects. It really looks like I'm about to just pour the tea and like spill it though. Maybe the animation is a little too animated. We can't really sip the tea. I definitely have it, but like I can't quite get my face to drink the tea. I need a straw. Well, that's pretty close. I'm gonna tilt our head to the side. It doesn't quite work, but that's all right. So anyway, there we go. We have tea. It lacks shading. Our fish doesn't move. when my face goes down, the T should go up. Yes, that is correct. So we have this set up not correctly, specifically for how I move. Like when I go up and the T go up, that's like you can smugly like gaze at people with the T. Get out of here, fake Isla. Wha. Just so flat. No conversation whatsoever. Anyway. But look at that! Wow, we got T. If I, didn't have sleeves, this would be pretty convincing, right? And it's got a fish. Will the T have physics? Yes. So that is the thing I want to get to today, but like checking to make sure that like adding the forearm was like kind of important, right? And then making sure that the movement works, because like if I look down, I can't get the T to my face really, so like that's kind of an issue. So I might actually want to have the T up more by default, because like we're just kind of carrying it around, and like if I look down and look over, like it does move a lot, which is very nice, and we do get like, you hold it up towards so you can sniff at it, right? It's very nice, but like it's just yes. How to drink the tea is the thing. I could have blend shapes, and then we could have a toggle where it actually like lifts the tea up so that we're just, I wonder if it's by default this just looks like it's spilling more with your mouth. Thank you. Okay, so knowing that we got to use the mouth to like drink the tea, got it. But yeah, the pinning works just fine. I think the arm should be good. Default. Am I blaming this on D? I mean, actually, so the fabulous friendo, D the Sphinx, right? We were chatting on Monday with Dan the Draconian. We were on the fabulous King's Court talk show, and I think it was, I don't know if it was during the show or like before or after, but she was like, oh my gosh, I need tea. And I'm like, is there not an item for this? And then I'm like, I can make items. And then later I was like, there's not like maid outfits for male VTuber models. So I'm like, how do you make items? So I decided to start with something small, like a cup of tea. So it's kind of D's fault a little bit. But also like tea is tea. Wow. So yeah, I think this might look like it's about to spill too often. Does this make anybody nervous? Does it look like I'm about to spill the tea? Where did the maid outfits for male VTubers thought come from? Okay, listen, Dan, the fabulous. How has it been an hour? Really? Well, anyway, so really quickly, that's Dan's fault, because he was like, yeah, I couldn't find a maid outfit for like Maid Day this year, and that's because there's not really clothing like that. You can find tons of maid outfits for like female VTubers, right, or female bodied VTubers, and like there's not the same thing for males, right? And so here I am like, maid outfits, that would be great. I think everybody should have one, right? It just makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. All right, everybody. The tea's frozen, so you're not nervous? Okay, so if we add physics, and then it's like sloshing around when you schmoove, maybe then, right? Okay, we really should probably go do an ad break thing. So when we get back, let's see if we can do some physics. You want physics? We can do physics. How to do physics even. That's a very good question. We're gonna find out. And I guess I need to fix it so that when I look down, or there's a toggle where you can sip the tea. All right, everybody. Enjoy break screen. We'll be right back. And we're back. Hello again, everybody. All right. Okay, so we need to... Let's go sit back over here. Now with my fancy tea. If you can't see my elbow, this looks like pretty good, right? Okay, so we do need to change a few things though. Every time. Listen, I'm not that bad. Probably. Wow, I feel very fancy with my tea.
Boo! Did I get you?
No, squishla. Okay, so let's go back to the Live2D. What do we need to do? Let's see. Okay, so how to physics. Oh. Okay, so there's two things that I want to have happen. One, I want to actually be able to like take a sip of this tea. Maybe I think it needs to be on like a hotkey, right? Who did I force to hold the tea? Now, listen. I rolled up my sleeve and now I'm holding it, even though it doesn't have claws. Maybe I should add some claws so that I can use this. It's a lot easier to do this when you don't have to worry about fingernails. But like I gotta keep my claws. Fancy tea claws? Yeah. Okay, so physics and drinking the tea. We should how to do this. Hum yum hum. Okay, so let's start by, let's go to the T layer. Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna grab all this stuff in here. We're gonna throw this into a new parameter. And this is going to be inner T. This is going to be physics. So we're gonna need physics for X, Y, and Z, probably. Can we do 3 physics on one parameter, or is that gonna be too many? We're gonna need several different types of physics, I think. We need one for angles. We need one for, like, up, down. Let's start with this one. Let's increase our number of warp divisions. That'll do. Okay. Okay. So we have, let's see, we're actually going to make this smaller than one of the objects within the deformer, but we're going to keep it bigger than this other parameter. That'll be fine. Just to make sure that all of these works properly. Okay, so I've got this. We need some new movement parameters. One, let's see, this is going to be inner T physics. This is going to be parameter X. That's fine. Okay. We're gonna need another one that's going to be physics Y. So we're gonna link those together. So here's our physics. We actually don't need these cup move parameters anymore, so we're going to get rid of those. We're gonna move the body movement to where we're gonna keep those grouped together. We don't really need breathing. I don't actually need this either. Because if we have an elbow, we don't need the elbow toggle. Where is that? Arm guide. We don't need you. Delete. Don't need this. Okay, cool. Cleaning stuff up. Alright, physics. So, the first thing that we're going to do for physics, we got to think about how it's going to look. So this middle one is where it's at rest, right? Go to the side. Let's see. If we just like smoosh and then pull this up, maybe we might need more divisions. Look at how crunchy this line is. That's no good. Then let's see, it goes up. Just squish this up like this, and then we'll squish this down like this, and we'll see how that goes. I really don't like how crunchy this is, though. So we are going to up our number of warp divisions so that we get more delicious squares for smooth movement. That's probably too many. Let's back it down a little bit. It's probably better. Okay. I wonder if these should be blend shapes. Contemplating. Put physics on the same to form with blend shapes. Make sure the X and Y are separate. Okay. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna see if we can make these into blend shapes. Okay, so let's see. Edit parameter. You are now going to be a blend shape. Beautiful. So then, let's see. So physics X. So what we need to do for this, that's going to be sloshing to one side or the other. So we're just gonna raise this chunklet up. We're gonna lower the sides of the side right here. I'm just gonna do like this. Then we're going to reflect the motion. So now we have some wiggles. I would really like to squish this up a little bit so that we have like a more of a sloshing, right? However, if I do that, no, I know what we do. Okay, so we go to our Y. Make sure that edit parameter, cancel. So you can't make them a blend shape if they have keyforms on them. So we're gonna make you a blend shape, and then we're going to do one of those. Make sure that's set like this. Then we're going to squinch this needle up, and we're gonna lower these sides a little bit. kind of crunchy right there. Okay, do we need other physics? So we have the this way, we have the this way. We could enhance it. We could make it even better. You know, push it closer to the lip of the tea, the mug. We could make it even better. Look at that. You gonna spill the tea? Welcome back. Sure. Give us more of that delicious wiggly wobbly. Why not? All right, now let's go into physics settings. We're gonna zoom in on this one. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to add a physics group. We're gonna call you T slush. Okay, beautiful. So we have the type of thing, 60 FPS. We're gonna make sure that that matches. Otherwise it's gonna be weird. Let's see, input, add. We need body. We could do one of these things at a time, I think. Maybe. Let's add all these for now. So what do we want affecting these? Angle, position X. We'll make these. Let's turn them up to the maximum to figure out how they work. Then we go to output. Then we add pendulum, sure. Okay, add T effects. Okay. Oh, we have a tiny bit of T wiggling. Oh. But not like a lot. Okay, so how to make this better, right? We need to... let's change the scale to, what, 10? Sure. Oh, wait, you guys can't see the physics window? Wait, hold on. Why are you not working all of a sudden? Physics window? Why must you confound me in this manner? Oh my goodness. Okay, listen, we set up the whole thing. I was doing the thing. We got the T wiggling, okay? Your neighbor got a new haircut? Oh my gosh. So anyway, the physics are physicking. Not very much. Not enough, I feel like. Like, it's not bad. Let me see if we can. Let's turn up the scale. Crank it up another notch, why not? Can we get more movement? It's very, very casual. Okay, we might have to test this in... Well, that was fine. Kind of looks like an amorphous blob. This doesn't really look like, we're also not getting, like... I think maybe this might be a little too active. So let's turn this back down again, shall we? Okay, let's try this again. How many days did I work on the tea? So I've actually started this Tuesday. We did, what, 4 hours Tuesday, and then it's been like 3.5 today. I feel like our fish might need some work. He's just kind of floating when everything is like everything's being very chaos, right? I think we also need to, let's see. So a bit of the spin right here is good. Like that doesn't go too crazy. This though, that doesn't really do much, does it? I think we need to turn down the input settings for body X, because it's a little too many. Yeah, Sir Sips is not really sloshing with the liquid. The line, what, this one? Our physics. So how this works, my vague, loose understanding of how the physics in this works. Everything is based on these like pendulums, and you have like numbers here, but this actually tells you how the physics are physicking, right? It's like there's people who actually know how the physics engine in this actually works. I'm not one of them. I'm doing my best, but I don't feel like I have all the information. So I'm trying to learn this, which is why playing around with the physics on like this is very good. Is very good for me. So hopefully we can figure some stuff out, you know? I'm trying to stay out of the way so we can actually watch the tea. Honestly, that's pretty good. So what do we need to do? We need to test that the physics actually works. So we need to save this. We need to export it again. All that good stuff. Let me do that. Okay, I think we have this. We need to... Nope. Nope, don't do that. Saving. Okay. And then, we already have our texture atlas figured out. Let's do an export for runtime. Make sure that we are export physics settings. All that's fine. Okay, exporting. We need to make a new folder because we're testing something new. T physics test. And we're going to label this T test number 3. Save. Okay, it's exporting. We're gonna have a look-see. Okay, so have the item. We'll have the VTube Studio. Okay, everybody, don't panic. Don't panic. We're gonna get rid of this arm. This is the old arm. We don't want that anymore. We're gonna break out the Isla PNG so that you know that I'm still here. Okay, there it is. There's me, but I'm gonna become an arm again. I am armless, yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Listen. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so I do need to copy over some stuff. I need the model folder, and we need to copy our T with physics test into this folder. Copying. Make sure that's in there. Beautiful. Okay, and then we're gonna actually try to change our models and not accidentally click on the wrong one this time. That would be really good. No, change model. You loading yet? T-test 3. Here we go. Beautiful. Okay, so now just zoom in on the model. Here we go. And then, you know, it's kind of confusing with multiple limbs here in the background. I could blend in. You'd never know I was here. Crazy. Okay, so then we need to do some setting shenanigans. First thing, we need to turn off movement config because that's not what we want. Then we need to turn down some smoothing. We need to actually set up our parameters correctly. Fortunately, there's not a bajillion parameters, so this is actually not that bad. Oh, did I already see physics? Oh, have we got physics? Oh my lord. Look at that, we got physics. Yay. Okay, very good. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at it, look at it. Wow, it's physics. Wow, it's physics. Wow. Okay, so anyway, let me also item settings, load as Live2D item. Okay, do we like this amount of physics? I think so. Sure. Beautiful, beautiful. So now we have an item. Now we have... Do we just have so many limbs now? Wow. Then we need this one. We're not clicking on the wrong one this time. Wait for it. It's thinking. It's loading. It's freaking out. Okay. Alright. Beautiful. So then we make this smaller. And probably a little smaller. Line this up with the elbow, which is not perfectly lined up with the elbow because I have a lot of weird layering on this thing. But yeah, now we have physics. And then I guess if we need to edit settings or anything like that, you just hold, you click on the item and hold, and then you can mess with settings in VTube Studio for it. It's pretty good. Like, this whole process is pretty good, right? Click on the wrong one though. Oh, I have a brilliant idea. I'm gonna click on the wrong one. Hold on. Where is it? This one. Where? My arm! Yeah, I want it back. Okay, hold on. Items. T arm. Physics test. Give me that. Load that bad boy in here. There we go. Well, it doesn't quite work on the Squishla. Not exactly. So there we go. So yeah. We have an arm. Wow. You know what we could do? Hold on. I wonder, can I... Let me try something. Front. Behind the glasses. Oh, we can hold the arm. Oh. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna make this even better. So we're just gonna hold the arm in my little paw. There we go. Oh, it doesn't quite work. Hold on. We need to make sure it's clipped on. It's not clipping on correctly. Hold on. Well, it almost works, but it doesn't quite work. You want me to spill the tea? Here's the secret. Squishla found an arm with tea. It's haunted. I don't know why. So anyway, that does not quite work. Let me swap back to my other model. Whoop! And it's taking the arm with it! So the question is, oh, I load with the Live2D arm. Really? Oh, that's very nice, actually. I guess it does load with certain items if you, like, leave it there and save it or whatever. So if I hide my elbow... Ta-da! We got tea. It has some physics, so it's not just boring. If you schmoove around a lot, like we get all the physics. Does this make you nervous now? Does it look like we're really gonna spill the tea? Okay. How is this? Does it make you nervous? Just a floating mug for the Squishla. That would be very cute. That would be very good for Squishla. So you're saying that with the physics and the tea how it is, it make you nervous. Is that what I'm hearing? It really do be schmoovin' though. Like we got some. We're lucky that this thing isn't spilling, man. Okay, so what would I need to do in future to make this work? Also, are the fingers moving? They are moving. They're just like if you go left and right, they don't really look like they're moving too much. We might need to add a little bit more motion to that, just so it's a little bit more elegant, perhaps. What else would I want to add? We need some shading on the cup. It's kind of boring. Like the inside looks tolerable, I suppose. It's okay. I don't like how the shading inside the cup like gets really small whenever I angle the cup. Some movement would be fine, but I think I might need to separate that out. We need to add a little bit more shading and like highlighting and fancy stuff to the rest of it. Magic no spill cup on the side. Yep. We could add a transparent like sippy cup lid just to keep everybody from freaking out about it. I'm not actually gonna do that. It might be funny as like a joke, but I'm probably not gonna do that. Anyway, but aside from that, let's see. I think just making sure that there's a toggle so that you can actually like sip the tea if you would like to. I also kind of like when I angle my head just right, the tea kind of feels like it's sitting where it's supposed to be. So I'm wondering if I should actually move the arm up more, or if I should leave the like. There's like a lot of up down movements. Do I like those? Do those work? I mean, it makes it interesting, right? The fact that it like moves around. Anyway, I think for today we can call this here. I would say this is very much a success. We got the physics in there. We did it. We got that movement. I would probably want a little bit more movement with the fingers, just so that it I don't know, it just look like adding physics to the fingers, so that when the liquid, you know, it goes up down, the fingers move a little bit more, so that it'll look a bit more natural that way, I think. Does the cup need to steam? How would I... We could potentially... I'm trying to think how that would work. It'd be... maybe some transparency stuff. I don't know how well... would transparency stuff work? Maybe. Steaming tea? Yeah. Attaching gifts to things? Maybe. So the thing is, I would probably make sure that was packaged in with the item if I were to add it. Other things, decoration on the cup might be a good one. little bit more finger wiggling. But yeah, the physics are pretty good. The liquid itself actually needs to have some more shading, probably. Needs to look a little bit, well, it kind of looks like coffee, because you can't see through it, but I have a fish in there, which makes it a little bit weird, right? So if a person has a sleeve, basically, how would that work? They would have to attach the item to their sleeve. Not everybody has like an arm up, or I guess it would make their elbow disappear, but that could cause some issues with like. So like, okay, for example, I don't have like an arm up on this, and just the one with my shark, right? And my sleeves are pretty unique. There's no way I could make a good sleeve that would fit everybody, right? Like I don't see that being a thing. So like with this item, I'm pretty sure that people could hide the forearm if they needed to, so they could just have like a hand, like in a sleeve maybe. Okay, listen, you saw me messing with the model. I didn't turn off the one hand, okay? Pretend it's not there. T should be shiny and the shiny should move around. Yes, it should. I agree. So yeah, just there's little details now, but the good news, we have this set up in such a way that I can add, like if I add shading to the T, I can just slap it on there, and all of the animation, it's already done. We got the physics. It's right there. Bam. You know? So anyway, there we go. Alright, so next stream is going to be tomorrow, Friday, but it is also an holiday, so those of you that are doing fireworks things, do be safe. And yeah, I don't know how many people are gonna be here tomorrow, so probably I'm gonna play silly block game and there will be lots of explosions. It'll be fine. It'll buff out. Oh, you're making hoagies? Yo, let's go. Thank you for joining us, YouTube land denizens. I hope you guys have an excellent rest of your day. See you tomorrow, maybe. So we will be streaming. Yeah. You like silly block game? Excellent. We're playing a very silly block game. We're gonna probably stare at the aquarium and then try to figure out what other little projects that I can do. Do you need to what? No. Okay, last week we did a charity thing, but I believe the charity, many people can donate, but I think the actual charity period has ended. So like our Campagon link, I'm not actually sure if it still works. Yep. Thank you for checking. But yeah, everybody, thank you very much for joining us today. Those of us in the Twitch land, we're gonna raid out.
Save.
Thank you. I will make sure it is all saved. Yes. Frost. Hello and goodbye. Glad you could make it today. Alright everybody, let's raid. Maybe we'll find a new friendo. Maybe we can find somebody that's also doing Live2D things. That would be cool. But yeah, hope you all have an excellent rest of your evening. I will see you all next time. Bye.